You tuned into the South African Jazz Show here on Smile FM. And on the show, we're hanging out with a band called Kujenga. And if you don't know who they are, do not worry. I am here to tell you and break it down for you just a little bit. So Kujenga is a 7-piece black improvised music outfit based in Cape Town. And the band's name comes from the Swahili language meaning to build, which symbolizes the group's calling as creators, to build meaningful works, experiences, and connections with each and every listener. They have been on many stages across South Africa and even shared the stage with acts such as Mandisi Jankies, The Brother Moves On, Kabza de Small, and DJ Maporisa. They released their debut album in 2019 called Nationality, and they're here to talk about all things jazz and music. Kujenga, hello, hi, welcome to Smile FM.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
We are good.
Awesome.
Thanks
So
for
we
having
have
us.
4 out of the 7. If you could introduce yourselves to the listeners.
Sure. My name is Zwite. I play bass in the band.
Okay.
My name is Stain. I play guitar.
My name is Matthew. I play sax.
I'm Bonga. I play trumpets.
Awesome. So let's start off by talking about how you all came together to form this group and how long you have been working together for.
Sure. In 2017, myself and Thane and the keyboardist Owetu, who's my twin brother as well, we stayed in an area called Tableview.
Yes.
And we were at a local church there, and we'd been playing together for a year or so, and we just wanted to try something unique within our particular scene, because we found that a lot of the times when artists want to build a name for themselves, they play other people's music at restaurants, and particularly pop music at restaurants.
Yeah, the cover bands.
The cover bands, yeah, thank you. The cover bands. And we thought we could be a cover band, but if we're going to be a cover band, the first thing we should do is cover music we actually listen to, whether it's D'Angelo or Fela Kuti or Jimmy Lulu. We just thought, let's actually play the music that we listen to ourselves and not play other people's music, because we think that's what's going to get us to, where we want to be with this music thing. So Thane had a friend in his high school at Millerton High called Riley Fundamava, who was our first drummer in the band and who recorded with us for our first album, Nationality. And we were together for 2 years. 2 years as that outfit or that configuration of the band, until Riley left to go to London to study music further. And then that's when we got in Skumbuzo Kamata on drums.
Okay.
One of the most talented drummers in the city.
Yes.
And he's a blessing. Just came in and fit the sound really well. And we were playing together as the 4-piece band throughout the whole of 2019. And we were thinking, it was going to be a great time for us next year. But what happened after that?
For nobody.
For nobody.
It was a great year.
But in that time, we just thought, let's develop the music and enhance it. And that's when we spoke about adding a horn section. And that's when I spoke to Matthew, Bong, and Tamsin individually to bring them into this vision that I had for the band. For the collective, and it started off with them playing the more special shows to them being like a regular fixture within the group. So the full ensemble is the 7-piece, and it's not just the 4-piece.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that is amazing. But now, so you have this band together, and now it's time to make an album, because you guys were going to be a cover band. You were just going to make other people's music. So what is that conversation like? What is the journey? Who is adding in? What was that kind of time like when you're creating this album?
Well, I'll just say for the first album, Owetu was just coming out with music.
Yeah.
So he would just come to us at a rehearsal one day. He's like, "Hey guys, I wrote a song," and we were like, "Okay, let's hear it," And it went from that to the next session. Is like, "Hey guys, I got another song," and then we just built from there. Thane was there to see this happening from a place where we didn't think about original music so much, to him just having a creative, outburst in that sense, and he was able to come out with music that made up the chunk of that first release. It was mostly him, and it was really a beautiful thing, because it allowed us to see that we can actually make music of our own that people would want to come out to hear, not play other people's music, and have people come out to hear, music that we do still love and appreciate, but people to hear your music in particular was something that happened almost by accident or caught us by surprise. It caught
Yeah.
me by surprise, actually.
It's been 4 years since then, since the debut album Nationality.
Yeah.
So now you are in the studio mixing up something new
Yeah.
called In the Wake.
Yeah.
What can we expect from that? Because the first album, I thought it's amazing, beautiful. So what is the sophomore album? What are we doing? What journey are you going to take us on? What can we expect when that finally releases?
It's interesting when you say, you're feeling that album, because, I speak to Sweets quite a bit, and we're like, yeah, we're a bit tired of nationality.
Yeah.
You're tired of it.
Yeah.
The rest of us,
Yeah.
we are still in the car grooving to it. So
It's just in a sense, like at that stage and that point in time as us as musicians when we were creating, I would say we're at a different level.
okay.
Compared to now with In the Wake coming through. You can expect fire.
We were pretty young in that first release, but I think growing musically and growing in numbers wise in terms of the band size
In years.
and growing in years and then also growing as people,
Yeah.
those experiences kind of informed the way that the music was written and
Yeah.
composed and also played. We actually even grew from the time we first started recording it up until the very last session of recording of the album. We grew cohesively as a band to play with one another. So it is a coming of age album.
And that growth, you will probably hear it in the music
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
But yeah, it's about that, and at the same time remembering the people who have gone into building the country that we live in now, and having read up on Chris Hani, he was a lover of jazz. So, and also jazz has played a very important role in the development of our country, of just the aesthetic. So I think him finding is a confluence of all of these things and our own perspectives on what needs to happen in this country and what role we play in that.
A celebration of heritage.
Yeah.
We are in studio and chatting with the band called Kujenga. So you guys have been on stage with various artists, right? And you look up to a lot of them, and one of them that you've collaborated with is called The Brother Moves On.
When I first came across the Brother Moves On maybe like 10 years ago,
Okay.
I was a huge fan, and I even sort of interviewed them on a sort of internet radio show that I was hosting at the time. And so it's kind of like this full circle journey of now sharing stages with them and organizing shows with them, which has been incredibly special.
It sounds like they're a band who have kind of left the door open. And, when they say send the elevator down to kind of bring up the young ones with you. And I think that's what I think is kind of happening, which is amazing. Because you don't want to be out here by yourself, because you guys do perform quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because I do understand that there is a performance coming up on the 27th of August at is it that? Or is it that August Festival?
Yeah.
So what is that festival about? And what is the set list looking like? What are we gonna? Because you say you're tired of nationality, so I'm just like, what are you gonna play?
Ooh, you put us on the spot.
The festival, it's 4 artists.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's an extended performance. It's an extended thing where various artists are going to be performing. The Brother Moves On, Internet Ati, ourselves. Yes. And really it's what you're talking about. It's the whole thing of collaborating, having a grassroots festival where we're not relying on some outside party or some established party to open up these doors and to have us play at these events, but instead doing it ourselves.
Thank you, guys. Your music is absolutely amazing. And like I said, Nationality, for me, is one of those unskippable albums.
Thank you.
So a really well put together album. And I'm looking forward to the next album, whenever that is. Don't keep us waiting for too long.
Yeah, it's coming now.
Now.
We like to say as South Africans, it's coming now.
It's a South African proverb.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's coming now.
And even though you guys are, young and still on your way, I think you can use that to your advantage to bring your fellow peers with you, so that this beautiful music that has been around for so long doesn't die out with the uncles and the aunties. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And you can find Kujenga on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Just the name Kujenga. So thank you so much for stopping by. And I will keep the music going here on Smile FM on the South African Jazz Show. We go until 11 p.m. My name is Sylvia A. Always a pleasure being in your company.